Black Myth Wukong is finally out, and I think this is living up to the Game of the Year predictions, Brody. This game is fire. I'm not gonna really do a traditional Let's Play because I'm pretty sure most of you guys have already seen most of the gameplay, at least in Chapter 1. So I'm gonna try to skip through Chapter 1 as fast as possible. The main objective of Chapter 1 is pretty much just getting you used to the mechanics of the game, and then you fight like 3 or 4 main bosses that are each guarding a bell. And once you ring that bell, it teleports you to this secret area, which is where we're going to end the video off. But before you ring all 3 bells, you need to watch this whole video. Because there's actually an optional boss coming up later in the video that can entirely be missed. And he has a special attack, a special ability, that if you don't get it in Chapter 1 before you ring the 3 bells, you will not get this ability for the rest of the game. It's not a game-breaking ability, but me personally, I hate missing content in games. So I'm here to spread that information so the same doesn't happen to you. But pretty much, the first boss is going to be the Bull Guard, and once you beat him, or halfway through beating him, you're going to get your first spell, which is Immobilize. After that, finish the boss fight, you go on to the next fight, which isn't far from the first fight. When you run down this path, you're going to see your next shrine. Make sure to hit that, and then once you hit that, the old guy is going to come back, and he's going to give you this random ability to turn into a cicada or a bug or something. I don't know. But when you get this, you can use this ability to skip past all the other enemies and go straight to one of the bosses in the area. Once you get here and you beat this boss, this is where you're going to get your first transformation spell. And not gonna lie, this is probably one of my favorite transformations in the game so far. I was literally 2 seconds away from beating this boss on my first attempt, and look how this game sold me.
Fuck, I can't hit it.
That's one thing in this game that I do not like, is when you freeze somebody in the air, you cannot hit them. And after that, I died like this.
I died from fire damage, bro.
But if you die in that boss fight, you respawn at the shrine, and you do not get to turn into that bug again. So you can't skip past all the enemies, you have to progress normally through the map. But this is the part that I was talking about earlier that could be missed if you don't go back and fight this boss. There's going to be a boss wandering around the map. His name is literally the Wandering Right. You can choose to run past him. He's guarding like a door that you need to get through, but you don't have to fight him. But if you do that like I did, you miss out on his ability, which is a pretty good ability, especially in the early game. Like I said, it's not a game-breaking ability, but if you're someone like me who just hates to miss content, then you might want to fight this guy. But be aware that this is hard as hell. After dying to that guy, I decided to go back to the original boss that I was fighting. Ended up whooping his ass pretty easy. After that, make sure you pick up his staff to unlock his transformation, because I believe that you can miss this if you choose to walk past it.
Staff?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. As a flurry with the each thrust the flame transform to a wolf. Next we run into the third boss. This game is literally just boss rushing. Like, you're gonna be fighting a lot of bosses in this game, almost back to back sometimes. But once you beat this guy, you're gonna get a new ability that goes under your L2 R2. You're pretty much gonna be able to copy this ability that he's doing, where he summons snakes that shoot poison at you. Once you beat him, you're going to be able to copy that move. And I'm not too far into the game myself, but I know poison and fire are one of the stronger status effects that you could put on the enemy right now. So you probably want to make sure that you get both of these transformations and spells in Chapter 1.
Kill this nigga, yes sir.
I forgot to mention, but after you beat the Fire Wolf, you're going to have to find this old man in the map. It pretty much guides you in his direction, but he gives you the gourd that allows you to absorb the spirits of the bosses that you defeat. Not too far after the last boss fight, we run up against another boss. This one is going to be the White Clad Noble, and I'm not going to lie, this one tested me. Like, this was an obvious step up in the difficulty. He's not the worst boss, but the way he fights in his first phase and his second phase is just so different that it was throwing me off a little bit. But after a couple attempts, we ended up getting the fake ass Orochimaru out the way.
Yes, it is.
Second phase. Oh, that bitch. Oh my. Oh, I died on coming back. What?
And you're out of here, buddy.
Bring it,
But
Brody.
after that, there's gonna be
Probably not
another
gonna be on this
bell
shit
that you
too
want
much
to
longer.
ring
I'm finna
next
roll
to
up a
him.
blunt.
And after you follow that path, it's gonna lead you to the final main boss, I guess, of chapter one. I
Why you
do know
back
that
to
there is
back
one secret
bosses?
boss
Like
in
no
chapter one, and I will
bad.
have a video on that later. But
This
this guy,
guy,
honestly, he
honestly.
was cool. I did enjoy his boss fight, but he, to me, was not as difficult as the snake guy. But I'm not gonna
What
lie,
other
his
games do
second
I play? I
phase with
play
this
every
fucking
like
particle attack
whenever
that
I probably
multiple
played that
bosses
shit.
have. This is the first time I had to deal with it, so it was throwing me off a little
Oh my
bit.
god,
But once you get past the
timing is
particle attack,
crazy.
this boss fight is not hard at all. You just kicked the shit out of me, nigga. Oh my god, my nigga is canceling his combos. Get out of here. After beating Joe Rogan, you unlock one of my favorite spells in the game, which is going to be the Cloud Step. This shit is fire. It's pretty much like a dodge and a
Cloud
parry
step?
in one move. And it has some abilities that can be upgraded in the skill tree that allows it to stack damage. And this is a crazy move. You're going to want this. Technically, his fight has a phase 2. You have to go to the top of the mountain, then you're going to meet him in his bear form, which I feel like is actually easier than the first fight. But once you do this, this is pretty much the real ending for chapter 1, and you're going to get the first relic out of 6.
Didn't he turn mad by what he saw too?
I think that's like the first thing that
And he not staggering.
Right.
I should have saved that for the second phase. I was just fucking him up. Just dodging that. I didn't dodge that. Damn.
Oh my god. A whole bunch of fucking movies.
Fuck out of here, Black Bear. Yeah, I love this game. At first, I was like, "Is this shit even better than Stellar Blade?" But yeah, it's way better than Stellar Blade.
I didn't finish.
Either.
Sorry, life for today. Fortune is no longer on your side. No one comes your aid.
Hey, what's this nigga
All
doing,
I
bro?
need is to take it elsewhere and rebuild everything anew.
What's this nigga doing, bro? He is tweaking out.
Niggas teleporting and hitting me with fucking purple beams, like.
I got a bird. Cool looking bird. But that's pretty much all of the main content in chapter 1, and I think that's where I'm going to end this video. Like I said, after you ring the 3rd bell, you're going to automatically be teleported to this secret area, which I think is the same area but in the past. And the boss that's behind this door is going to be a elder version of the green boss that we missed, I guess. So I believe that's why maybe the green boss disappears. Maybe he gets teleported to the past. I don't like this. And we just have no chance of fighting him in the present world again. But you're going to want to beat this boss too because he drops a pretty decent armor set. Technically, he is not a main boss, so he can be skipped. But with this boss fight, we're going to start chapter 2. So if you want to see more Black Myth Wukong, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to this channel for more content, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. This nigga teeth look so real. Oh my, oh. I was just fucking him up.